Is it doubly?
Welcome back, Arcanist Armory fans, to episode 50. To celebrate episode 50, you can put in the code E50 anytime this week on the website to get buy one, get one 50% off on any dice set. Again, that is capital E50, E50 for buy one, get one 50% off. Thank you for sticking with us and enjoy the discount. Now, as a reminder, the party has plane shifted back to the Internet Cafe, and Samira is the first to walk into the back room, which is full of swarms of golden beetles. Here we have our extra dimensional cafe. Okay. Make a perception check with disadvantage. Yes.
1 second.
Who's making this?
Her walking into the room full of beetles in her face.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not gonna be good.
It
was a 5.
Cool. You see oodles of golden beetles flying everywhere in the room.
I just said there weren't bugs.
I said there weren't bees.
True, these aren't bees. These are beetles from Ra, whatever that means.
You can make your religion check.
I'm pretty sure I know that Ra has beetles just as a standard thing.
4. So that response is correct. Whatever that means.
Just curious. Not a dirty 22. I know Ra has beetles.
Yes, you do know that Ra is known for his affinity for beetles and the sun.
I'm on loan from Ra, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, no, there's tons of those things.
Figured pulling them out.
Okay. I'll just kind of yell. Trying not to disturb the beetles as much as possible.
Yelling without.
I'm not yelling, but I'm like,
Yeah.
yelling his name out. Not the sir.
You hear swatting sounds.
Stand him.
And he does come limping towards the door.
What happened to you?
Well, as soon as everyone disappeared, the lights went out.
You're under the table.
And I ended up in this room, and man, these bugs pack a bite.
Let's get out of the kitchen then.
Okay. You are able to bring him out of the kitchen. He is currently at 7 HP.
Ooh, dang. You had 32, so. He's have to do math.
Make sure the door gets closed behind them. The beetles go in the room or in the room.
Okay.
I think that's it. Hey, I can do math today.
As you are walking out of the back room, unbeknownst to you because you did not see him, a small fairy with winged sandals exits behind you into the front room.
It's one thing to see a few golden beetles, and so it's different to see a whole room of golden beetles.
Do I see the fairy go past?
If you were to estimate, it would be about 10 swarms of golden beetles.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Who sees the
Does anyone else
fairy?
see the fairy?
The fairy man?
Nobody. Wait, I did see it? I did not see it.
No.
You're headed.
You're walking
back.
out.
You're
He's
back.
coming out. Okay, anyone that wants to make a perception check other than Tamira.
Yeah, I'm a bit preoccupied.
18.
Let's see. 9 plus a bajillion, probably.
It's stealth on a road.
16.
So
Hey, I wish. Yeah. Again, Susan is the only one to see the deity walk into the room.
Everyone is just gonna think she's crazy, but she
We already know you're crazy.
Ever
so-
since session 1 with the sneaky dungeon master, like, it's the only one to perceive the events that the rest of the party cannot.
The dice have a story to tell, and they will tell it. The fact that I randomly know stuff about rock.
Everyone would be convinced that she's hallucinating all the time. She's always right.
It's always
the-
true.
the
doesn't
fact
help.
that I make the comment of their beetles on the wrong, whatever that means, and then the dice agree.
I have a story to tell. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave.
Who's that guy?
Which guy?
He tips his head
The
to
beetles?
Mozilla and says, "Hey, boss, things are going good for you. We finished the sun roast."
The sun roast.
Um,
I feel like sun
Does
would be
anyone
very
know?
good.
Picking up on your confused look, Mozilla says, "Yeah, I have some beans back there that are just being processed in the light of the beetles."
That makes more sense. I was gonna say the sun sound like it tastes very good.
Okay. Have fun with that.
How do you work in there?
You know?
He does.
Oh,
He's a fairy.
Oh,
Don't ask questions, I won't tell you the lies.
I can do whatever the people need me to. As long as it's good for business, it's good for me.
Oh.
You serve very many people here?
define people.
If I'm here. Oh no, I'm bringing this back for a couple of the head honchos. They picked up this knack somewhere about the 1600s.
And your name is?
Oh, I'm Hermes, god of commerce and travelers and sneakery, and
And you work for that guy? Was Mozilla.
no. No.
And somebody.
I'm here. I mean, I guess you could say that I was working for him because I was helping prepare his stuff, but it gets my actual boss a 30% discount. He just is all about productivity when he doesn't have to do it.
Sounds like you got the wrong deal.
Your boss is?
Oh, this is better. This is better than working with my boss normally. I mean, I'm usually dodging thunderbolts, so.
His boss is Zeus.
That is actually something that Susan would know without a check too. Between all of the things he has said.
Boss hesitates. Zeus.
Yes, the big Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should quit, find me a job.
Oh. That would explain why. that
Roll
would be-
persuasion.
Ooh, I haven't been in.
Well, then roll twice.
26.
Okay.
We're not chaotic at all.
He pulls out a pink slip of paper from his
It's 2 weeks notice.
his bag.
Oh no, I
Um,
would not put in 2 weeks notice with Zeus.
Goes ahead and signs the slip and snaps. It appears in his messenger bag and then disappears out of his messenger bag. And you do not know where it is.
Well,
So what job would you suggest? Honestly, I've worked for him a long time, and he's not the best business negotiator.
We have an unemployed god. Soon to be an ex-god.
You have Artemis with you.
We have an ex-god, an unemployed god, and a confused god.
And two that are at about half power because they just took out a god.
Changeling.
Susan.
Oh no, it's time to shit some party members.
Susan, you
So Susan, what job should he have?
This might be the time that Tamara can jump in. And
I mean, true. I could use somebody.
She knows people.
Yes.
I could use a good messenger.
You're very small on the list, but you did make the top 1,000 newest business holders, and I've seen you go up every year. So
Yeah, we had this weird time thing where I was gone for however long, 21 months.
that coincides. I think you slipped 997 in this last.
I mean, I could use someone to help me carry messages
Okay.
and bring me money. Because money is borrowed.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
because he just quit his job. Well, that's it.
Woo! Natural 20, 25.
Cool. As long as you can pay me 10 gold a week, we've got a deal.
I don't know how much money I have.
He snaps his fingers, and in front of him appears.
You know how much money I have. I can look at this.
Appears what looks like one of Mozilla's tablets. He scans it and says, Bank of the Kingdom, count 672. Here it is. You have, looks like, that's odd.
Oh, do I have to go on a revenge quest?
Yeah, well, it says here that you have 3 platinum in the account, but that they're held as collateral on something.
Oh, I can go beat somebody up.
But in available funds, it looks like you still have 600 gold.
Well, let's put this offer on hold. I apparently need to go kill my business partner.
I don't know why. It says that there are like a couple of keeps. Each one has a platinum on down payment. Hold.
Oops.
As it says that, and Booge just says, oops.
Tamara's very frustrated.
I mean, you
Those are not mine.
did sign up to handle all of his finances.
I know, those are not mine.
And apparently you have three platinum as a down payment in her bank
So I
account.
have 50 gold. and 3
So
platinum.
is there a loan to go with the down payment or just a down payment?
You will need to find out.
So we're gonna be busy for a little bit.
Hermes cannot verify that from just the bank account information.
Well, now I know where my money went. Yeah, I got some finances to figure out. Like I said, an accidental 21-month vacation.
In the meantime, you could probably go work at the tavern.
They can't
They
afford
can't.
10 gold.
They can't afford.
10 gold a week.
I don't know any place that really can afford 10 gold a week.
Is there anything else I can offer you? There's a lot of adventure.
You come work for me.
Does it come with lightning?
No.
No.
Not usually.
Deal.
I guarantee it will not chuck lightning.
Okay. I'm sold.
You may touch lightning at her enemies, but you're not her enemy. So
I don't think I have.
Let's see. I don't need this anymore.
I do have lightning damage, but I won't use it.
He pulls off his sandals and tosses them to you. Here, I never knew why I had to wear these as part of the dress code anyway, since I could fly on my own. But they will help you levitate up to 10 feet off the ground and give you a walk speed of 50 while levitating.
I love undergoes. So what are they called?
The sandals of Hermes. You will not find them.
Okay. Hermes, so they levitate.
Yep, you can levitate up to 10 feet off the ground, and they give you a walk speed of 50 while levitating.
Is it a walk speed or a fly speed?
A walk speed. Because you can't go up anymore or down.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay. You're able to move 50 feet in
Lateral.
on the plane.
That is awesome.
Cool.
Okay, well, sounds good.
Yes, I can travel with you
Okay.
in the meantime. Well,
Best way to get a hold of you.
anyone that noticed, is anyone actually watching closely what's happening with Hermes and Tamira?
Boosh probably is. Boosh is probably also pulling out his Hermes statue as Hermes is retiring.
Yeah. Your Hermes statue does stay. However, it gets slightly smaller and its shoes are removed in the figurine.
Okay.
Well, thanks for convincing the god to quit.
People listen.
That's a problem.
It's a little scary.
People listen to me.
Anyway, sorry. It's a +9.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was a high DC check because he doesn't want to be on Zeus's bad side, but it was low enough to be possible because he also doesn't want to be on Zeus's bad side, and
Okay, anyways,
he's seen it
contact.
for centuries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ugh.
Tamira, for anyone that noticed, has begun glowing slightly.
Yay!
As Hermes is officially kicked off his shoes.
It's fine.
I want you to add the mobile feed if it will let you.
Probably will let you. You might have
It's
to do it
gonna
on the
take me a
website
minute.
though.
I don't know how to add an extra feed without the.
I think there's a way to do it.
There is no features,
Yeah.
but here I
But
can
you
also
have
that.
to do it on, I think you have to do it on the website.
And just so that you know, I know that you won't apply out of character information, so that you know, Tamira is now the goddess of travelers.
My name is down just so I know it.
Yes.
Cool.
Because Hermes didn't want it. And
Oh gosh.
Susan, you want to ride
yeah,
my
gain the mobile feat and enough experience to make it 2 level
Gosh. Okay, I'm gonna be busy for a minute.
You have a lot.
9.
Who's just Never mind.
I'm
You
just
want to
gonna
ride
roll
a
up that
dragon?
fast.
You want to quit your job?
Yes. Have you ever wanted to ride a dragon?
Why, yes. Yes, I have.
Have you ever wanted to quit your job for Zeus?
Why, yes. Yes, I have. Talk to Susan and she'll get you hooked up.
Have you ever wanted to rent someone a tanker?
Alrighty.
No.
No.
But we'll rent it to her for the cost of buying too.
Anyway, so while I'm busy, what else is going?
Okay.
While you are picking up your Hermes ship, the
Hermes has
Everyone-
picked up an internship.
everyone
Unpaid
else
internship.
is filling in Hermes. Hermes does at that moment notice Artemis and say, by the way, you're looking a little bit less invigorated today. What happened? And she said, oh, I think they took over some aspects of my domain and I'm free to do what I want now. Wonderful. If I knew that was possible, I would have done that ages ago.
It's kind of a complicated
And
situation.
we can always knock you out.
Yeah, we knocked her out because she was killing foxes for sex.
I hate that guy.
That seems to be the general sentiment in this room.
I agree.
Alrighty.
What's
I think
old
we're
Jackal
gonna go
head up to?
He's
Killing
creating
stuff.
a barren wasteland over by a forest somewhere and wants to disrupt God's domains for funsies, I guess.
Same old. Set.
I think we're gonna go fight him later. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we can knock him out and then we can take over his domain.
That seems to be.
He has failed his wisdom save. He's in.
I mean, okay, so new plan is we're
Artemis,
gaining an
you wanna
army
go
to
hunt
fight Set. Okay.
Hey,
I'm gonna go convince all the
Artemis.
gods to fight.
Artemis, you want to come hunt Set with us?
Oh, yeah, I already told you.
Okay,
As long as you can get Apollo out, I'm in.
I'm
That
sure
shouldn't
that
be
can
an
be arranged.
We should be able to do that.
So, Mozilla, man, how does one track down Set and kick his butt?
Do we want to go find more people to kick his butt?
Do you have more people conveniently showing up?
Do you have any suggestions?
Okay.
I mean, you've talked to Edge and you've talked to Aphrodite, and Cupid.
Do you
These are the
wanna-
extent of your other deities that
Do we
you.
want to try and get Edge or Aphrodite or Cupid in on this? I don't think they're really.
I don't think Aphrodite and Cupid would help.
I don't think Aphrodite or Cupid would help. I think Edge is a little outdated.
He's just weirdo. I don't like him very much.
I don't think you've actually met him. I think he just sent us an email.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sent you over in a floppy disk.
I know. Still a little bitter about it.
To be fair, he didn't put her there, but
So unless anyone's
Fine.
got any suggestions for people that for
do you need to go to the capital before we
No, I'm
go
broke.
with anything else? Okay.
Nope, I'm broke.
it might be easier after we fight Set to go to the capital.
Yeah, then we get to go make some of those things profitable. So I'm no longer in debt.
Oh, I thought you had $600
You
gold.
600 gold only goes so far.
Oh,
Yeah, you're only running 6.
I want to. I want to know.
I know. I'm gonna get paid for a little bit.
Did you do it on purpose?
I know.
As you're discussing this with Bouge, Hermes pulls out another scroll. He says,
I mean, if I'm not broke, that's fine, but that doesn't sound like a lot.
oh yes, it does look like you still have 5 businesses active in the registry.
Is the butcher, not the butcher, the blacksmith. So.
Right.
Your business license for blacksmithing has expired.
No, apparently lasted only 12 months.
Cool. So Mozilla and Pan, what do you think about freeing Apollo from Set? and knocking him down a peg or two.
He's a sun god.
Wait, Apollo?
Apollo's the sun god.
Knocking him down a peg or
Yeah.
two before.
Knocking Set down a peg or two, not Apollo.
Let's free him and then round him up.
Apparently Apollo's already kind of in a rough spot. That's true.
Yeah, he's been, Apollo's
Okay,
already
but
been
that
knocked
was
down
not
a
an
peg or
appropriate
two.
pause. It's fine.
Knocking Set down a peg or two and freeing Apollo.
Artemis, in a random stroke of genius, does turn to Artemis and say, do you know if Set has any other working for him?
Oh.
Really?
Anyone else we can convert?
Anubis and Ares seem to show interest in fighting things.
But Anubis would have to do more paperwork if we started fighting.
Also, Aries
Not if we don't kill anyone.
might kill
Not
us.
if you don't die.
Not if no one dies.
Okay.
We just have to make sure we kill Aries before he kills us.
Maybe the guards.
Okay.
There's no
I was
guarantee
just
the
saying-
Aries wouldn't turn
I was
us
just
after the
saying
battle.
I was just saying that they keep showing that they show interest. I wasn't saying that it was a good idea to recruit.
We can
them.
always ask.
You could ask other people in the room too.
Oh, hey, Hermes.
Yes.
Hermes was already in on
Yeah, no.
it. So I asked
What
Ken
about
and Mozilla.
Aries
Oh, right. We could ask them about Aries and Anubis.
and Anubis?
Mozilla, you might know more about Anubis. You have brought beetles in your back room.
I mean, if I recall correctly, Ra doesn't like him either.
No.
Hey, yo.
Do I recall correctly? That's a 15. Let's see.
I got
Wait, shit. That's a. Oh, I thought you rolled
Those
your
are funny.
D6.
it.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise that we involve the hothead, but
Okay. So advice against Aries. What about Anubis?
I haven't teamed with Anubis for anything ever. I don't know.
Hey Mozilla, you have Ra's beetles in your back room. What do you think about Anubis?
He's more of a dark web type, but
Okay.
he seems good enough. I don't know.
Also a jack.
You could probably convince him to quit his job.
You almost had to convince to quit his job,
Well, so how do we?
but you
find
had to take it.
Anubis?
I did not.
Whatever.
I never talked to Anubis. I just pulled a statue out.
How do we find Anubis then?
So how? Yeah.
No,
Well, there's the hard way that will guarantee.
He pulls out his Anubis statue and says, "You ask."
While they're doing that,
Hey, Anubis,
I'm
you want to
going
quit your
to-
job and come adventuring with us?
We're gonna go take out Set.
And I know you don't like me anyway.
there is a nod from the figurine, but that's it.
So
Okay,
where do
well,
we
just-
find you? Or how do we find you?
Hermes is a messenger.
Or was
his statue holds out a scale.
No, we're not dying.
He shakes its head, holds out a scale.
do I
Puts finger on scale.
do I get any insight on what he's trying to convey? Being both a religious man.
You can try.
Okay. Would it be insight or religion?
Yes.
Either.
Okay. My insight is a lot better. Oh yeah, that's a 28.
You get the feeling you remember as you've brought up Anubis a couple of times, you remember that at one point you were told that he stands over the scale of judgment, and he is probably telling you that in order to take him somewhere, you'd have to come to the scale of judgment because he can't leave it otherwise.
Oh,
Where's the scale of judgment?
yeah. Does anyone know where the scale of judgment is? Because Anubis is there.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, Hermes.
right.
Hermes says, I think I've passed it a couple of times when I headed down to the River Styx.
Oh,
It's one of the offshoots for other souls that I don't take, but
So if we go visit Hades and convince him, and then we go visit Anubis.
I don't know if Hades is interested. You want to ask? Do I have any statue?
I'm assuming Grenier is getting more and more uncomfortable
Do
at this point.
I have any statue?
He's stabilized. He has 7 hit points.
I take him off to the side.
Do I have a Hades statue? Since it's
You could probably.
Well, I want to see if he's willing to if he wants to just leave this party because he's getting very uncomfortable and he does not need to be here if he doesn't want to be here.
You could probably send him as a taskmaster to your companies.
That's
Okay,
true.
that's what I will do. I'm gonna take him aside and be like, hey, you don't want to be here. I can tell. If you want to go work for a company, that would be great for me. Keep an eye on my friend
Here, take this note.
who's
To,
not being completely honest with my money.
this note.
What? It was a great opportunity. The keep's worth 10 platinum at least. Getting an eviction judgment on
Anyway,
3 separate keeps.
and that'll get him out of the party.
Well, let's just focus on.
We can wait till after he heals to send him off because he has 7 hit points and you are busy.
Okay.
And I haven't hit spells.
Well, Mozilla does suggest, by the way, if we are going to take onset, gods tend to move a little slower than mortals. I'm sure we have at least enough time for you to rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that it's gonna be that much. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh, I get to go look at shoes
Hermes.
in a boat.
Hey, Hermes.
By the way, this has all been really weird for Artemis as Hermes is sworn fealty to the air. But
Oh, it's weird for me too.
Hermes, would you be able to send a message to Anubis?
Oh, yeah. I guess he does.
He's the
well,
I know.
no one's I mean, he's not an avid texter as far as I can tell, but I don't see why not. He pulls out a really old looking telephone book and starts leafing through it.
What do we want to tell
And a Anubis.
Would
Yeah,
you like
there
us to meet you at the Scales of Judgment? If you are interested, would you like us to meet you at the Scales of Judgment? Those 30.
And if so,
Yeah.
where are we?
And if so, what is the
What
best route?
what is the easiest way to get to the scales of judgment? And do you want to meet us there?
Yeah.
In better English. Actually, Bouge is probably the most having it, so Bouge does Bouge.
So
Rouge is also not a god, and Hermes is the messenger of the gods. So
the stone tablet that Hermes was looking at before buzzes after he taps that in, and it's he looks down at it and reads out, translating the celestial. If you I promise you don't want the easy route, but you can head down. Every river can connect to the river Styx if you want it to. Head down the river. Anyone will do. Think Land of the Dead 3 times. When you come in, make sure you turn to the right, because if you head to the left, you'll have to deal with areas that I don't deal with. But so go down the river, take a right when you see the graveyard, and as soon as you come past the 10th headstone, turn left and you'll find the scale.
cool.
Okay. Thanks.
Is there anything we need to bring to the scale to help have Anubis be able to help us with Seth?
Make sure you bring a temp.
Hermes, how do we hire a temp?
Leaves a couple pages over.
How much do they cost?
Well, we have intro temps, high level temps, and experienced temps. What would you like?
What are the average
I
prices?
think an intro one would be fine.
What are the
General prices.
rates?
Well, the intro temps work for $1 a day. The experienced ones are $1 a day, and the experts you have to negotiate with. But
Okay, so not an expert.
Hmm. I mean,
You want an experienced
no
or
money.
an intro temp to take over the scales of judgment?
how long roughly does this battle? Do we figure this battle will take?
Depends on how
Well, we
many more
have 3
people.
gods on
It
our side.
depends on how many more people we decide
Or-
to.
Or gods at least on our
This is not a now thing. We can figure that out.
side.
We have a
We have a little bit of time
Yeah,
before we
at
have to
least-
hire a temp.
we have at least 3 plus 2 glowies and an X.
An egg.
God,
Two girls.
You're
going
both
to.
nervous?
Yeah, you're going to.
Yeah, so is moisturizing.
No?
Even our nose must use the same moisturizer.
Okay. Join us next week for episode 51 to see how the party goes about hiring a temporary worker for the land of the dead, and hopefully how the approach to Seth's waste goes.